Right now, referenda for Madison schools. New overnight, the questions on the ballot this November and how much money they are asking for. Plus, after an unsanctioned racing event near the Easttown Mall over the weekend, what Madison police are saying about these gatherings.
And we continue to track storms moving away from the Madison area. Still some heavy storms moving through parts of eastern Jefferson County. In fact, a severe thunderstorm warning. We'll talk more about it coming up.
Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in on a Tuesday. A stormy one at that. I'm Chris Stanford. We do have some storms to track. A big line of them, as you saw, affecting much of the viewing area. So let's get right to meteorologist Kelly Slipka in that first warning forecast. More rain, Kelly. Come on. I thought we've had enough.
Yeah, I think everybody's had enough. This has just been a daily event. It seems like for months on end. And once again, today, no exception. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning. It's basically out of Dodge County, even though it is still in effect for Dodge County. But it looks like there's a little bit of a hail core just north of North Prairie. That's where we could be seeing some of the hail sizes as large as an inch. And that's the minimum for a severe thunderstorm warning. It's moving away. Otherwise, you can see on our high-resolution radar, it's quiet in Madison over toward Jefferson now as everything is moving away as it's moving toward the Milwaukee area. But here's the potential of seeing some of that hail. It has exited Dodge County now, but it's just to the north of I-94, north of Summit. Otherwise, the rest of us are looking at most of the showers and storms just about done with here. Maybe lingering until about 7, 8 o'clock for areas to the south and east, but we still have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for southeastern Wisconsin. In effect, they have it until 11 o'clock. They'll likely discontinue that as these storms move into northern Illinois. So after the early morning storms, we'll get into some sunshine. It's going to be very warm today, but cooler temperatures and lower humidity on the way tonight and tomorrow. Another chance for some morning storms, it looks like, as we go into a Friday. Right now, it's muggy out there, 78 degrees. The winds are still out of the south. Eventually, that wind will switch around the west and northwest. Still headed in the upper 80s later this afternoon. Looks like we do have some cooler temperatures the next couple of days and finally drying out as well. We'll have more coming up.
All right, Kelly, thank you. When those storms arrive, make sure that you have our First Warn weather app so you can trap those showers yourself. Just use your app store to download it if you don't have it. Well, the storms this morning are hitting areas northeast of us. Hit it pretty hard this morning. Here's some video from earlier today in the Beaver Dam area. One of our crews out in the field capturing this. Some pretty intense lightning lighting up the night sky there. Those storms then progressed southeast and moved on out of here. Well, new overnight, Madison is one of several cities in our viewing area that is set to ask people to vote on additional funding for schools. We now know the referendum questions on the ballot for this November in MMSD. One question is going to be about facilities. MMSD asking for just over $500 million to replace several school buildings and renovate others. They cite the district's long-range facilities plan in selecting the buildings laid out for improvements. The other questions pertain to operations and ask voters for approval of $100 million in funding. This would come in $30 million installments each of the next 2 years and then $20 million each of the following years. So the district says this funding would boost staffing and their wages along with equity projects and other community-related initiatives. Both referendum questions passed unanimously by the board last night. They also approved the preliminary budget for the fiscal year, which came out to be $581 million. Across our viewing area this morning, cleanup from weekend storms continues. One of those places is Marshall, where the community is coming together for a neighbor whose farm was destroyed. It was Kleckler Farms in Marshall. Janine Kleckler is a fourth-generation farmer. She inherited the property from her father and has lived there all her life. But the farm, she says, resembles something unfamiliar to her.
Only unscathed building on the entire property houses my father's 1020 John Deere, which he was never off of. So we always gave him crap about it. And I put it in the calf barn, and it's the only unscathed building on the entire property, because you know he was up there going, not my tractor.
Well, the tornado destroyed decades of farm equipment and family memorabilia within just minutes, but the community is moving forward together. Members, many of whom Janine Kleckler has never met, have come together for them, offering help with the cleanup. Meanwhile, people in Minnesota are on high alert this morning as a dam is now in imminent failure conditions after flooding. People in LeSueur County, south of the Twin Cities, are told that they may have to evacuate. For now, crews were able to divert part of the Blue Earth River around the dam so water can flow. County officials say that the dam was recently inspected and found to be in good condition before all the heavy rain. They blame the partial failure on high water and debris hitting the dam. The county is under a flash flood warning until 10:30 this morning. To higher education now, the Biden White House's latest student loan repayment plan is facing some more legal challenges. Lawsuits from Kansas and Missouri claim that the Biden administration's Saving on a Valuable Education, or the SAVE plan, overstepped its authority. The plan lowers borrowers' monthly payments. A judge in each state approved partial preliminary injunctions yesterday. That means that two parts of the plan will be halted while the cases are litigated. This year will be the last edition of one of the largest and longest standing 4th of July celebrations in southern Wisconsin. Organizers with the Monona Community Festival announcing that it will end after 2024. A combination of fewer volunteers, increased costs, and new city regulations played a big part in the decision to put a stop to it. The festival routinely draws 20,000, 30,000 people to Winnequa Park every year and boasts one of the best fireworks shows in the Madison area for 4th of July. Festivities start this year, one final year, on July 3rd and run through the 4th. 6:05 now. Kelly, what's coming up in your first word forecast? We're going to keep tracking those storms that are moving through the viewing area. That's when Kelly will return with his first warn forecast. Also ahead, how some Badger greats were able to raise some money for a good cause.
And our community baby shower continues in the 608 this morning. We're live on Madison's east side at Babies and Beyond with how you can help families right here in our own community.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning, brought to you by Toyota.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Right now, lease a new Tacoma for $369 a month or get 2.99% APR for 60 months on a new Tundra. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty steak patty sandwiches paired with a $2 medium-iced coffee.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I've been with U.S. Cellular for 27 years. They've always taken care of me. But when they asked me to talk to you about their special customer event, Us Days, I said, I gotta get in shape. So they sent me this Hollywood trainer. Oh, this guy's no joke. Us Days means exclusive deals just for us customers.
Now let's try burpees.
Us Days is back at U.S. Cellular. Current customers get $1,200 off any phone, plus $300 off any tablet.
All the best parts of summer are here at Summerfest. Along one epic, music vibing, crowd cheering lakefront. Experience 600 artists across 12 stages during 3 unforgettable weekends. Summerfest, presented by American Family Insurance. Find tickets, lineup, and more at summerfest.com.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I am so looking forward to this. We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK
or visit 1-800-GOTJUNK.com.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
This right here is confidence in a bottle. It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
This July 4th is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Voted 2023 Best Morning Newscast by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
We're back here at 6:09 talking about what's going on in the 608 today. And we are proud to partner up once again this year with Babies and Beyond for our big community baby shower. And you can see Josh Sprider live there. He's at the location on the east side this morning, trying to get people and encourage people to give this year and highlighting the need. Hey there, Josh.
Hey, good morning, Chris. Day 2 of our community baby shower. We're at their location right off of Stoughton Road here, so super easy to get to. And we are off to a great start. We want to talk a little bit about how you can give back right here in our own community. Brenda Collins is the executive director of Babies and Beyond of Wisconsin. Brenda, good to see you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks.
So we're off to a great start. You already had quite a few donations coming in, but we have a long way to go this week.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what are the things that you guys are really looking for this time around?
Oh, gosh. Well, we are in need of everything, but baby wipes, clothing, diapers, a little bit of everything.
Some of the more critical items, those baby wipes and formula, those are ones that you kind of are always looking for in big numbers.
Yes, absolutely. We're going through about 800 packages of baby wipes each and every month. So that's an item that we're always looking to replenish. Diapers, we're going through lots of diapers each and every month. So we try to buy those in bulk. And clothing, we're going through tons of clothing each and every month as well.
So speaking of clothing, I think one of the things, and obviously a lot of new parents understand how quickly that, you know, babies can grow. And you have a great visual representation of this, because this is just how much people need to be able to have in that first year of a baby's life.
Yeah. So babies grow really quickly within that first year. So this is what they, how quickly they grow in that first year. So this is what they need within that first year they need a set of clothing for each of these.
They grow so fast.
Yeah,
I think that's what's so crazy is, like, even with like our Leah Lynchai, when I was like getting, you know, her new boys, and I was like, okay, like, how big do you want them? And she had to tell me, because they do grow so fast. So I think it's one of those things that it's not just as simple as like getting any size. You need a little bit of everything.
Exactly. So that's why we're trying to help parents out, because it's so expensive. So this is just one outfit in each one of those sizes. Now try imagine trying to get PJs and pants and onesies, and it's a lot.
It's a lot. One of the other things that resonated with me with a lot, obviously we're standing in front of a lot of diapers, and you said on this wall, this is what, 11 to 12,000 diapers right here?
Yes.
But this is 1 week's worth.
This is 1 week's worth for us.
So in 1 week, families will come in here and this will all be gone.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy, and that's why there's such a critical need here, because you are seeing a lot of these families that, I mean, the numbers are not going down at all.
Oh, no. Each and every day we get new registrations. New babies are being born each and every day, and they're being referred to us from the hospitals, from the clinics, from other agencies. So we're here to help them out and to be a resource for the community. So whatever
now,
we can do.
Yeah, now's the time to make that happen. So if people can be able to give this week, what's the best way for them to do so?
So there's a lot of different ways that people can help out. So if you already have things in your own house that you no longer need, you can donate those back to us. So you can give back to the community in that way. It's a great way. If you don't have items already, then you can go onto our Amazon wish list and donate from the comfort of your own house, and just go online and donate off of that Amazon wish list. Or you can donate financially and donate to our bulk order, our next bulk order of baby wipes or our diapers or our pack and plays for our safe sleep program as well. So a couple different ways that you can donate.
Making it nice and easy for folks. All right, Brenda, thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Yeah, you bet. If you'd like to learn more about how you can help or even volunteer, they're always looking for volunteers. You can go to this story up on channel3000.com. We'll be out here through Saturday, Chris, so still plenty of time to be able to get out here and make a positive difference at the 608.
Yeah, I say don't wait. Just go ahead and get those donations to them as soon as they can. Josh Sprider, thanks a lot. 614. Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media. He's always looking for inspiration to share. Maybe your idea will wind up on TV. And a reminder here, it's the last week to vote for Madison Magazine's Best of Madison Awards. Now through June 30th, you can pick from a wide variety of categories: food and drink, arts and entertainment, health, lifestyle, and more. Unlike the first round, you'll only be able to vote once per category, so pick carefully. Just head to channel3000.com and search for Madison Magazine. All right, we hear the birds. Time to check in with Kelly Slifka outside on the patio. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, good morning, Chris. Another day with some showers and storms rolling through. Thankfully, a lot of this is starting to move to our south and east, and it was not as intense as what we were thinking yesterday. That is the good news, but we still have some showers and storms, and this was yesterday. Once again, Madison got hit. This was up in Columbia County, just north of Madison, in Leeds Township. These are what we call mammatus clouds. If you ever see those are usually under the anvil of the cloud, the thunderstorm cloud. The air is rising in the center of that storm, and then it actually starts to sink, and that's why they look like little cotton balls hanging underneath that cloud. Thanks, Dylan, for sending in that photo. We'd like to see your photos as well. All right, they do have the severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 11 o'clock for the Watertown area, Janesville area. That will likely be discontinued by 8 o'clock as the storms right now, nothing severe, but we do have intense rains over there toward Jefferson and parts of the Elkhorn area in Walworth County. You see all that lightning with those storms as they move through, really heavy downpours now, kind of moving out of the Janesville area and moving away from that area in Munson Rock County. Now, later today, we are expecting some storms to fire up, but most of this will be down to the south in Illinois. Some of them may creep into southern Wisconsin, so just a very slim risk of severe weather. Early morning storms just about done with here in our viewing area, at least. Still going to be seeing some of these storms toward Milwaukee and Racine. We're looking at lower temperatures after a very warm day today. Tonight's the humidity drops, and that'll keep our temperatures a little bit cooler than they've been. And it looks like, other than a possibility of a shower this evening, it looks pretty dry going into the evening hours. As all the storms that we have this morning, here we're at 7 o'clock, starting to move out of the Janesville area into the Illinois. And then we actually will get into some sunshine with temperatures climbing into the upper 80s. So it's going to be a very warm day. Then we have a cold front sliding through. That'll fire up some storms mainly in northern Illinois. Can't rule out an isolated shower here this evening, but generally dry weather. And then we'll start to see that humidity drop going into tonight. It's a 78 right now in Madison, a 75 in Watertown. They've seen some of that heavy rain, 75 currently in Janesville. So it is sticky this morning. It's going to be a very warm day as we get up to 88, but most of the storms now out of Madison. Tomorrow and Thursday look quite a bit cooler. Temperatures only in the upper 70s. And overnight lows in the 50s to around 60. Another chance for some storms Friday. Thankfully, it will be clearing up just in time for the weekend.
The second annual Badger Challenge teed off at Blackhawk Country Club yesterday morning, and let's just say the stars of Wisconsin athletics were out on the course. We're talking Mark Johnson, TJ Watt, Bo Ryan, and Barry Alvarez, just to name a few. But the Badger legends weren't there just to show off their skills. They came together for a cause, to raise as much money as they can for the UW Carbone Cancer Center, and that's a no-brainer for this group of Badgers.
Get to see them all together. Usually it's a one-off. You know, you see them here and you see them there, but to see all these guys together, obviously Jordan Taylor just ran into, and see Coach Ryan hanging out over there. So it's awesome to see everybody together at one spot.
The cause is to try to eradicate something so that we don't ever have to raise money anymore for fighting cancer. Maybe we can fight something else. But we got a lot of work to do with eradicating cancer.
Well, the Packers have found Mark Murphy's replacement when the franchise's current president and CEO officially retires next July. Ed Policy will step in and take over as the team's new president and CEO. Policy, who spent the last 7 years as Green Bay's COO, called his new promotion the best job in sports. He went on to say, quote, "We are the stewards of the most iconic and unique organization in all of professional sports. We are the people's team, and I love being a part of it." Brewers opening up a 3-game series with the Rangers. Now, the Crew spotted Texas a 2-run lead in the 5th. Bryce Strang is up, but this ain't about him. Jackson Chourio slides in safely to score off the wild pitch to put the home team on the board. Then in the 6th, bases loaded for Rhys Hoskins, and everybody's coming home. The grand slam puts Milwaukee up 5-3. They'd go on to win 6-3. It was a winner-take-all Game 3 in the College World Series. Tennessee taking on Texas A&M. Vols up 5-1 in the 7th. And this was the play of the night. Hunter Ensley was on first and decides he's going to go all the way home. And check out this. He avoids the tag at the plate, and that scores a run that was much needed. Tennessee wins their first national championship. 6-5 is your final. And on the ice, Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals did not disappoint. The Panthers held off the Oilers to win their first Stanley Cup in franchise history. 2-1 was your final. And that's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
Thanks, Zach. Coming up, airports are busy, and they're about to get busier. We'll tell you which day to avoid. And coming up in our next half hour, we'll have more on that church fire from overnight and what the cause was. And before we head to break, here's a look at gas prices. We're back right after this.
Eric Franke, News 3 Now at 5, 6, and 10. Moving forward.
Get an 11% rebate on everything now at Menards. Stay cool this summer with portable air conditioners from Balonis. They're easy to install and adjust and feature 3-in-1 comfort, meaning they cool, dehumidify, and ventilate. Pick one up for $177.99 after rebate. Transform your home with top appliance brands including KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, Amana, and Criterion. Get this Whirlpool side-by-side refrigerator today for $11.98. Plus, get an 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm Megan Tim, Director of Community Health at SSM Health. You may know us as healthcare providers, but we live here too. And as good neighbors, we know our community thrives when we take care of each other. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are sharing the keys to health. Watch for our expert information and advice on air, online, and at fun local events. Join SSM Health and News 3 Now, and together we'll unlock a healthier community by taking time for kids.
Brothers Maine enjoys 4th of July festivities with family, friends, and fabulous kitchen and laundry deals. Our fireworks of savings on GE appliances and free delivery will make you ooh and ah. Feel like family at Brothers Maine.
The Spring Green Art Fair is coming June 29th and 30th to downtown Spring Green. Hundreds of artists from around the nation will be there both days. Don't miss the fun and excitement June 29th and 30th in Spring Green.
This famous wood fence from the show Home Improvement had to have boards replaced 13 times in only 9 years. Our fences outlast wood 3-to-1 and are all backed by our extensive lifetime warranty. This month, save $1,000 on your project. Visit the website or call the number for your new fence today.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday!
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $12, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
You've got this. You didn't think your sister would take you up on the dog sitting offer, but here you are. Barriers purchased. Doggy distractions, no expense spared. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with $50 overdraft grace zone. So when you have to make a purchase, or 7, to prepare, you can be sure we're looking out for you, so you can look out for him. You've got this with Associated Bank.
Certain this is gonna work?
Nothing to it.
For Imprint certain?
Certainty matters. 4imprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Back here at 623, taking a look at John's morning. A lovely shot of the sun rays through the clouds there. Gorgeous shot. Thanks for sharing that with us. Appreciate it. Well, a lot of folks are gearing up for summer vacations. If you are thinking about heading to the airport soon, you will definitely not be alone. TSA says Sunday was the busiest day they've ever seen.
It's unbelievable.
Those federal workers screened nearly 3 million people at airports across the country. It's only going to get busier. TSA says it expects to screen more than 32 million passengers in the days leading up to 4th of July, and several days after. That would be a nearly 5.5% increase over last year's holiday period. So if you're planning to travel, the agency says this Friday is going to be the busiest.
You know, I don't travel a ton, but I definitely have noticed the increase of traffic at the airports. And I tell you what, if you ever get in any kind of delay, everything gets backed up, and it just makes it 20 times worse.
Gridlock.
Yeah,
Gridlock.
It's amazing.
With a family of 6, I have no desire to travel by plane.
I'm a family of 1, and I don't even know if I want to travel by plane anymore.
All right, so there you go. Avoid, what did I say, Friday?
Friday,
the
busiest day.
Yes,
yeah.
Friday is going to be the busiest day. All right, well, today, believe it or not, marks 15 years since the death of Michael Jackson. It was June 25th, 2009. The King of Pop was found dead in his LA home from cardiac arrest. Jackson's death, which was caused by a lethal combination of sedatives and propofol, was ruled a homicide. The King of Pop will always be remembered for, oh man, his 50 years out there, just providing some of the most iconic music of all time, from the Jackson 5 through all of his hits. Thriller.
I mean, yeah, you were probably I don't even know, were you born yet when Thriller came out?
Barely.
Barely, okay. So I kind of grew up there. I was pretty young, probably in elementary school.
I mean, would he birth, would he just, I can only imagine what that was like when his solo career started.
Still do the moonwalk.
I'd love to see that. All right, where are those storms at, Kelly?
Yeah, we do have some storms. They're mainly to the east of Madison this morning. Thankfully, they are moving away from our area. In fact, they're just about moving out of Jefferson County. Still seeing quite a bit of rain there in Walworth County, but that's where they're seeing the intense storms over there toward Elkhorn and Walworth. Let's stop forecast after the storms this morning. Should get some sunshine, temperatures in the upper 80s.
All right, we're going to have an update from that church fire in Jefferson when News 3 Now This Morning returns.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
This is where all your dreams come true. You are the Moulin Rouge!
Madison's most spectacular night out is Moulin Rouge, the musical. Winner of 10 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. The New York Times calls it dazzling, gasp-inspiring. In Moulin Rouge, life is beautiful. Performances begin July 9th at Overture Center. Tickets at overture.org.
We believe every baby deserves a healthy start. Yet many parents in our community are struggling to afford the basic necessities. You can help change that.
Please donate to the News 3 Now Community Baby Shower. Drop off infant care items at Babies and Beyond, Monday through Friday and Saturday morning. Visit channel3000.com for complete details. News 3 Now Community Baby Shower, sponsored by Viridian Homes and Dave Jones.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Want to instantly look more attractive and years younger? The solution is whiter teeth. But you love coffee and tea, maybe even wine or smoking, and all of them stain your teeth and make them yellow. It's time you discovered Power Swabs, the fast 5-minute revolutionary treatment.
The first time I tried it, I was so surprised. My husband was so excited that he wanted to run out and get it. He said, "What have you been trying?" I said, "Well, I've tried this product called Power Swab." And he said, "I can't believe how white your teeth are." From that point on, I've been sold.
Power Swabs are guaranteed to whiten your teeth up to 2 shades after the first application. After 5-minute daily treatments for the next week, your teeth will be an average of 6 shades whiter. Power Swabs will whiten natural teeth and remove stains from veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns.
This is a Power Swab smile.
This is a Power Swab smile.
Call, go online, or scan the code on your screen right now to receive 50% off this 4th of July. You'll also receive the Power Swab Stain Out Quick Stick, absolutely free. And in addition, you will get free shipping.
This morning, we are live at a church in the viewing area that was hit by lightning overnight. We'll show you the fire that it caused.
And the storms continue to rage, mainly east of Madison, moving away. We'll see how much warmer weather we'll get this afternoon coming up.
Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning on a Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Chris Stanford. More rain. These storms, it's just round after round. We can't seem to be catching a break. Kelly Slifka, any break we do get has been short-lived.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you know, we basically have had daily rain events going over the last week and a half, and it looks like we'll get a little bit of a break. Maybe not seeing any kind of rain tomorrow and also into Thursday. But right now, all the activity is off to the east of Fort Atkinson. See the radar scope right there. Elkhorn down there in Walworth County, even out of Rock County starting to move away. So just about out of our viewing area. And thankfully, I think we're just about done with it. Did see some heavy rains down in Janesville, also in parts of Jefferson County, moving away from our area. And I really don't even know if this will develop. I think most of the rain will be just about done with here over the next half of an hour out of all of southern Wisconsin. We still have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 11 o'clock. And that's just simply because we're on the northern fringe of the watch that's extended into parts of Illinois. So I think they will discontinue these counties here probably within the next hour or so. Otherwise, the early morning storms will come to an end. We'll get into some sunshine, and it's going to be a very warm day, but lower temperatures behind a cold front tonight going into tomorrow. Another chance for some storms, it looks like, by the end of the week. Right now, we do have some cloudy skies. Currently 78. It's very sticky start to the morning. Getting into sunshine and temperatures climbing quickly into the 80s. Eventually, that northwest wind will bring us some cooler temperatures tonight. Talk more about that coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right, talk to you then. Kelly, thank you. We're going to continue to monitor those storms. You can follow them yourself. If you can't wait, just use the free Channel 3000 weather and traffic app. Now to that church fire. Church in Jefferson has some serious damage this morning after lightning struck the steeple last night. Take a look at these images of St. John the Baptist Catholic Church and School. You see the flames coming out of the top of the building. We have a crew at the scene right now. Here is a live look at the steeple this morning. It looks like the damage is minimal, at least the exterior damage from this point of view. Steeple is still standing. We are at the scene, and we're going to be talking with folks there to see just how bad things are and any impacts it's going to have to services at the church and at the school. We do know that the firefighters responded around 10 o'clock last night. Look at all the agencies that were there. We are still waiting on some more information from Jefferson County officials about just how bad the damage is, but you see the ladder trucks attacking the top of that steeple in the fire. We'll continue to call authorities, ask for updates, and post those when we get them at channel3000.com. One person is dead this morning after a two-vehicle crash in Madison. It happened Sunday afternoon. Madison police were responding to Moreland Road for an accident between a motorcycle and another vehicle. One person died. We don't know how the other person or anyone else is doing. Police shut down traffic briefly, asked people to avoid the area of Southtown Road. That road's back open this morning. The crash, though, is under investigation. The Walworth County Sheriff's Office is looking for your help this morning to find an endangered woman. Come to your screen and take a look. They are hoping to find 48-year-old Sarah Jane Ballman. She hasn't been seen since Sunday morning at her home west of East Troy. The Sheriff's Office says that she does not have a car or a cell phone. She also has some medical issues requiring medication that she left at home. If you know where she is, call the Walworth County Sheriff's Office at 262-741-4400. Now to an update on this month's deadly shooting on Madison's Willie Street. The Dane County Medical Examiner says 27-year-old Alwayne Jones Jr. was shot and killed outside of a bar. So far, police have not arrested anyone in connection to the shooting. They say it was a targeted incident that happened after a fight. We do know the Violent Crimes Unit is still investigating. Well, breaking overnight, WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange is on his way to becoming a free man. He has agreed to a plea deal, pleading guilty for violating the U.S. Espionage Act. CBS News' Jared Hill reports.
WikiLeaks posted this photo of Julian Assange early Tuesday on board a flight with the caption, "Moving closer to freedom." Assange left the UK last night, headed to Northern Mariana Islands, a U.S. territory about 3,000 miles north of his home in Australia. He's expected to plead guilty tomorrow to one count of espionage for his role in one of the biggest leaks of classified information in recent U.S. history. U.S. prosecutors are giving him credit for serving a little more than 5 years behind bars in London. He would have faced life in prison if convicted of 18 counts, most under the Espionage Act, for conspiring with former Army intelligence analyst Chelsea Manning to steal classified documents relating to the Iraq and Afghanistan wars in 2010.
I think one takeaway here is that the U.S. government takes this situation seriously and that they tried very hard for years to extradite him to the U.S.
Assange supporters are cheering news of the plea deal.
This is the first time in the 100-year history of the Espionage Act that a journalist or someone committing journalism, someone engaging in journalistic act, has been prosecuted under the Espionage Act for essentially receiving information and communicating information.
Assange's legal trouble started in 2012 when he fled to the Ecuadorian embassy in London to escape extradition to Sweden, accused of rape and sexual assault. The charges were dropped, but he stayed at the embassy for 7 years. During that time, WikiLeaks released thousands of emails stolen from the Democratic National Committee. In 2019, Ecuador expelled Assange from the embassy, and the UK sentenced him to 50 weeks in jail for breaching bail conditions related to the rape inquiry. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
Today, Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren is scheduled to campaign for President Biden here in the state. She'll be in Eau Claire and Hudson. Yesterday, she stopped in Madison and Milwaukee. Yesterday also marked 2 years since the Dobbs decision, when the Supreme Court ruled abortion is not a constitutional right. While here, the senator spoke about the importance of abortion in this year's election cycle.
That I'm just thinking through right here in Wisconsin. You guys are so important to this fight. You are really the wedge point here. It is critical that your votes bring us back the House of Representatives.
In response to the senator's visit, the state's Republican Party said that Wisconsinites are tired of failed leftist politicians prioritizing special interest groups over our national interest, and that voters would restore the GOP to leadership in Washington this November. It is worth noting that abortion is among the top most important issues for Wisconsinites. In a recent Marquette Law School poll, that survey found 62% of registered Wisconsin voters say they oppose the Dobbs decision. UW's new MedFlight base in Janesville will help transport patients faster. The base has 2 more helicopters away from the hospital in Madison, one in Iowa County and another in Portage. This expansion will make it easier to transport sick or injured people from any hospital to another that better suits their needs. Moving that helicopter to Janesville will decrease the time down to 10 minutes. While the Middleton Cross Plains School District is getting another clean energy school bus, the district will receive $200,000 from the 2023 Clean School Bus Program. That program was included in the bipartisan infrastructure law. This makes MCP one of 24 districts in Wisconsin that will benefit. In a statement, Middleton's mayor said the city is proud to support the district in creating a healthier environment for students. While the Krieger Pool in Beloit is reopening today, the city closed down the pool just over a week ago during all that heat because of mechanical issues. The pool is now open. It'll be open today from noon to 5. Family swim is from 6 to 8. Admission is just $2. You can find all the pool's operating times throughout the week at this story at channel3000.com. Still ahead here on News 3 Now this morning, we will check back in Jefferson, where lightning struck this steeple overnight and caused a fire. We'll find out just how bad the impacts are ahead.
And we did see showers and storms overnight. A lot of this now pushing on to the east. Will we continue to see some drier weather this afternoon? We'll take a look coming up.
Plus, our community baby shower continues in the 608 this morning, and we need your help to make a difference and help families here in the 608. We're going to talk about the easy ways for you to give when we come back on News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome into
to Buzzed in Madison. How about this for props for our story today? We're up in Wisconsin Dells at Walk Era Farms with Farmer Allie, and introduce us to your main mascot.
This is Automatic. She's a 7-year-old Holstein dairy cow, and she is our pride and joy here at Walk Era Farms.
And Allie says to me before we start, she's basically like a dog. She'll just stand here the whole time, which is amazing. Your great-great-grandparents started the dairy operation here in 1941. What does this mean to you to be a part of something so special?
Yeah, it's really special to me to be able to carry on such a great legacy, not only from my great-grandparents, but from dairy farmers all across Wisconsin. It's just a wonderful industry to grow up in and to be able to carry on to other young adults and youth throughout the state, and be able to share what we love with our consumers.
Now, you moved away, you went to college, played D1 softball at Michigan State, but decided your love for the cows and the cows' genetics really brought you back to the farm.
Yeah, so growing up, my parents really encouraged me to get out there and compete with them in the show ring, and I grew to love it and did it throughout high school and throughout college. And now that sports are done, it's kind of another great competitive aspect for me to be able to continue throughout my adult life.
Now let's talk about Mullins cheese, because that's where your milk goes to, but it makes so much more than just cheese.
Yeah, at Mullins they also make whey protein powder and then also spirits, so our milk is turned into gin and vodka as well.
Imagine that, all the different ways you can help support not only Walk Era Farms, but all of the dairy farmers throughout our great state of Wisconsin. Thank you so much. She's been absolutely amazing. From Walk Era Farms, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison.
Hi, I'm Fiona Rataj with the League of Women Voters of Dane County. Here are 3 things to know. Make sure you are registered to vote at your current address. You can check or register at myvote.wi.gov. If you do not have a Wisconsin driver's license or state ID, you can register to vote with your municipal clerk by completing the registration form on MyVote. Absentee ballots must be requested.
3 things to know, part of News 3 Now's 3 Cares Community Impact.
Thursday at 6. When temperatures rise, water parks make a big splash. But what about days like this? I'm going beyond the barometer in Wisconsin Dells, showing how the weather impacts the daily operations of the water park capital of the world.
You know, we like to consider ourselves almost like a cruise ship on land.
We'll learn how these once seasonal businesses have evolved to stay afloat and keep their guests happy all year long.
Whenever schools are out, we're busy. It doesn't matter the season.
Beyond the barometer, Thursday on News 3 Now at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning. Moving forward.
We are back with a live look at some of the damage to a church steeple in the community of Jefferson. It comes after lightning struck that steeple overnight. There was quite a firefighter response of several agencies showing up to this historic church and school in the community of Jefferson. We are at the scene trying to gather some information to find out the extent of the damage and if everybody's okay. So stick with us here on News 3 Now this morning for updates. 6:42 now, happening in the 608 this morning. News 3 Now partnered up once again with Babies and Beyond for our big community baby shower. Josh Sprider is live at Babies and Beyond this morning to talk about the need and how folks at home can pitch in. Hey, Josh.
Hey, Chris, good morning to you. We are on day 2 of the community baby shower. We're off to a really good start, but we have a long way to go. You have until Saturday to be able to help us with our community baby shower this time around. Brenda Collins is the executive director of Babies and Beyond. Brenda, good morning to you.
Good morning, Josh.
So, promising start. You're really happy with the donations that have already come in.
Yeah, the community is really starting to show up.
You know, that's what's so great about here in the Madison area is people really do step up to the cause, and you really need that here because of just how much of a need we have here in the community.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of people that that come to us for support.
What are, you know, some of the things that you're hearing from local families when they come in here looking for some of the stuff that seems simple to a lot of families but really is a little bit more complicated for others?
Yeah, they're they're in need of supplies, they're in need of support, and we're doing whatever we can to help fill in that gap for families.
And this is where our viewers can come in to be able to help out. What are the sort of items that you're looking for the community baby shower?
Yeah, so we need baby wipes. We need larger size diapers, so size 6, size 7, pull-ups. We need gently used items, so baby clothes, toddler clothes, equipment, so strollers, high chairs, pack and plays, those types of items.
I know a couple of the items that you got, where you got a couple of strollers yesterday, even like a couple of mattresses. I mean, there are things that you think about in a baby's life that they need, and some are a little bit more simple, some are a little bit more complicated, but they're all super critical in developing these children.
Yeah, absolutely. And we want babies, we want children to get off to the best possible start in life. And parents, they deserve to have access to those materials. And yeah, we want to be able to help them however we can.
Some of the things that kind of surprised me is you look at this wall of diapers behind us. You said this is $11,000 to $12,000 or $11,000 to $12,000 diapers, and this is 1 week's worth for the families that you serve.
Yes, these are families. These are people that come directly to us. They come walking through our doors. Yes.
So you always need these donations. One of the other things, too, is I love you have this visual representation of the clothes in the first year of a newborn's life. And I think this is something that even shocked me over the years when I've been like gifting to some of my friends that have had newborns. They grow so fast. So like when people are thinking about how to give, there are so many different sizes that people can give just because of how quickly these kids grow. Yeah, yeah. And that's, it's shocking. And that's another reason that we're trying to help, is that it costs a lot to keep up with a baby's growth and to buy clothes. It just doesn't make sense to buy these clothes. So if we can help give them these clothes and these gently used clothes to yeah, in any little
a world of difference.
Big time, in any little way. So if people are interested, there are plenty of ways to give back. You have a couple of different options, making it super easy for our viewers at home.
Yeah, yeah. So you can drop off gently used items or go out and purchase a box of diapers or wipes and drop them off at our center. You can hop online and utilize our wish list. We have an Amazon wish list that you can purchase items, or you can make a financial donation that will be put towards our bulk ordering. So we order items like baby wipes and diapers in bulk, and we try to stretch your dollars even more.
I know one of the other things too is volunteers. Obviously these donations are coming in. You need sorters, right? You need people to go through this week and get everything up out of the shelf.
Yes, yep, we need volunteers to help sort those items and restock our shelves.
A lot of ways to be able to give. Brenda, thank you so much. Appreciate your time here this morning. Let's help make a difference here in our community. Everything you need to know, including ththose links up on channel3000.com. So if you can either drop off right here, you can also go to our station on Madison's west side, Chris, those financial donations. We know that they can really stretch those in those bulk items too. So we're making it super easy for our viewers, again, all the way through the end of the week to make it happen.
Always surprised at how these organizations can stretch $1. Those financial contributions really go a long way. Josh Breiter, thanks for letting us know how we can help. Josh is always looking for inspiration to share in the 608. If you have an idea you'd like to see featured, find him on social media. Let him know about it. Now to some information from the National Weather Service about the weekend storms. The National Weather Service has confirmed that tornado in Argyle Saturday was an EF2, a high-end EF2 with winds of 135 miles an hour. That tornado ripped through the area and destroyed the Apple Grove Lutheran Church, which you see here. So far, the National Weather Service has confirmed 8 tornadoes touched down in Wisconsin Saturday. Kelly, what can we expect from these storms as they move on out of the viewing area this morning?
You know, I'm really actually breathing a sigh of relief because we did not see the intense storms, at least for most of us, overnight like we were thinking yesterday, because it developed a little bit further to the south and also a little bit further to the east. You can see this cluster of storms developed mainly in northwestern Wisconsin and then moved on to the east and then eventually dove down to the south and east. So that really avoided the Madison area, much of southern Wisconsin. Yeah, they had some really heavy downpours to the east and also to the south and toward the Janesville area, also toward Jefferson, maybe even a little bit of hail. But most of that activity is now moving away from our area, and I expect that line to continue to increase, but it's staying to the south. It's going to be staying into Illinois, maybe affecting parts of Indiana, as well as we'll actually start to see some sunshine. They actually still have the severe thunderstorm watch this morning. They have until 11 o'clock. I don't think it will be even lasting another hour for most of our counties, because most of the rain is moving on out. You can see on our radar 3000, moving almost out of Walworth County, moving to the east of Walworth and also Elkhorn, so moving away from south central and south central Wisconsin. So you can see this line as it moves onto the east. Did have some intense rains and a lot of lightning with that. And it looks like the severe weather threat's primarily going to be to the south. Some of these counties along the Illinois border. Can't rule out an isolated strong storm. This will be mainly later this afternoon into the evening, but the better threat is going to be staying towards Chicago and Davenport, Iowa. All right, one thing we don't need is any more rain. This is going back to last Saturday. You can see some of those oranges showing up, over 5 inches of rain. And, you know, this goes back to May. We've seen so much rain across the area, but these storms are moving on out. We'll get into some sunshine today. It's going to be very warm today, but those temperatures will drop behind a cold front tonight. Another chance for some storms on Friday morning. Right now, those look to be more scattered in nature. Temperatures, though, getting warm this afternoon as we climb into the upper 80s, but eventually that cold front will be moving on in. As we'll get into some sunshine today, looking at mid-upper 80s. We will see that wind switch around the northwest, so that'll bring us some cooler temperatures, and that cold front developing some storms mainly to the south in Illinois. Can't rule out a scattered shower this evening, but I think most of us will be dry as temperatures gradually fall into the 70s later this evening. So it won't be as sticky as what we're seeing this morning. 78 right now in Madison, 79 in Lone Rock. They had that rain cool there in Janesville at 73. 64 tonight, so not as muggy tomorrow morning. 77, a nice Wednesday for us with some sunshine. A couple dry days generally, it looks like. Going into Thursday, another chance for some storms, mainly in the morning Friday. And the weekend looks dry, but looking kind of cool a little bit on Sunday with highs in the lower 70s.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Coming up in the morning sprint, another live look from Jefferson, where lightning struck a steeple overnight. If you have a little kiddo turning 3 soon, let us know. We'll show their picture on TV to help them celebrate. We'll be right back.
Need help with a consumer issue? Contact News 3 Now's Call for Action.
I've heard AI is so easy to use, I had to give it a try for Stanton Optical's newest deal. Create a commercial selling 1 pair of glasses for $59. Hey, I said a pair of glasses, not a pair wearing glasses. Better, but it needs to pop more. Pop more, not popcorn. Forget it. Maybe using AI to make an ad wasn't my best idea, but you can get the best deal on glasses right now. Book your eye exam today. Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
Need inspiration? Shop Pick and Save. For over 30,000 mouth-watering choices, plus savings like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Pick and Save is worth it every time. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
My husband and I finally agreed that we need a new bathtub and shower. So he went right to work on handling the project. That's him going online researching bathtub and shower installers. And there he is, calling a few places to get an estimate. I think he's procrastinating.
Call 1-800-HANSONS for a new shower or bathtub you'll love. Installed in as little as 1 day.
It's okay. I called 1-800-HANSONS.
We custom fit your new bathtub or shower into your existing space for a fast, convenient, and hassle-free installation with any safety features your family needs. Safety bars, seats, and more with a no-leak guarantee.
Oh, hey, I'm gonna call 1-800-HANSONS.
That's great, hon.
Get 60% off installation or no interest and no payments for 1 year. Offer ends soon.
Call 1-800-HANSONS. Get it done.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures.
In the courtroom, we see Donald Trump for who he is. He's been convicted of 34 felonies, found liable for sexual assault, and he committed financial fraud. Meanwhile, Joe Biden's been working, lowering health care costs and making big corporations pay their fair share. This election is between a convicted criminal who's only out for himself and a president who's fighting for your family.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
From home to gate in no time. Fly local from MSN.
6:54, time for the morning sprint. We begin with a live look at a church in Jefferson where lightning struck this steeple overnight. Firefighters rushed to put it out. It's a St. John the Baptist Catholic Church. We have a crew there right now trying to gather some new information. We'll have that at channel3000.com. This morning, the U.S. Surgeon General is declaring gun violence an urgent public health crisis. This just developing overnight. In the Surgeon General's advisory, he says that public health officials will have to address the country's high suicide rate. A plane believed to be carrying Julian Assange is stopped in Bangkok. The WikiLeaks founder is set to plead guilty to violating the Espionage Act in U.S. federal court tomorrow. Assange has been heralded for bringing light to military wrongdoing in Iraq and Afghanistan. That reputation has been tarnished by rape allegations, which Assange denies. His deal with the DOJ will allow him to walk free. We now know the identity of the man killed earlier this month in a shooting on Willie Street. The Dane County Medical Examiner says 27-year-old Alwayne Jones Jr. was shot and killed June 7th. So far, police have not arrested anyone in the case. Madison Metro schools are going to ask voters for more than $500 million in 2 referenda this November. There's a facilities referendum for replacing and renovating schools. There's also an operational referendum to address staffing. The Supreme Court will hear a challenge to Tennessee's ban on gender-affirming care for trans kids. This includes puberty blockers, hormone therapy, and surgery. The Biden administration argues the ban violates the Constitution. Arguments will take place this fall.
Coming up on 7 o'clock, thankfully we dodged most of the strong to severe storms, most of them out of our area now in Lake Geneva, moving toward Milwaukee. That's it. It's going to be developing down to our south, and we should actually get into some sunshine today with temperatures climbing in the upper 80s. So it's still going to be a very warm afternoon, still pretty sticky. Wind switch around the northwest later today, tonight. So that'll drop our temperatures into the 60s. Behind that cold front, won't be as warm tomorrow. Looking at mid to upper 70s tomorrow, and also as we go into Thursday, another chance for some storms, it looks like, by Friday morning.
Some communities out there are just soaked. So much rain.
We need a break.
We sure do.